Right then folks, Greeno here, and where am I today? Well, I am in Portsmouth, specifically the Fratton area of Portsmouth, not too far away from Fratton Park where Portsmouth play their football matches. Why have I come here? Well, I'm in the search for what could be the cheapest fish and chips in the whole of the UK. Now I know Gary and Danny have been to Grimsby and there's a place up there that's doing it for £3, but you know, that's up north, rents are cheap, aren't they? Down here, just there, is a place called Kam Too, which is kind of a Chinese takeaway slash Chippy. They do a bit of both. Fish and chips apparently in there is also just £3. £2 for the fish, an extra £1 for the chips, plus they've got Chinese meals for less than £4. I mean, what kind of bargain is that? This place has been here for years and years, over 35 years as I understand it. A real institution in the community, and I'm going to go and try it out now. Let's go. So here we go folks, look at these prices, it's just bonkers. Small chips £1, cod in batter £2, jumbo sausage 70p, the best part of £3 where I live, a fish cake 40p, and the curry sauce I've just ordered is also 70p. Then we have a chicken chow mein, £3.90. Absolute bargain. Okay folks, goods acquired. That is £8.70's worth of grub. Look at it all. There's some weight to that. So I was going to head down this way. There's a little park or something down there. Find somewhere nice to sit down and give it a try, shall we? Come on, folks. Come back to this nice little park area here. There's a kids' playground right away over there and what have you, but I found a little bench to sit on here. Got me fish, chips, I guess the jumbo sausage and the fish cake are in there too. Pot of curry sauce and the chow mein. So, also, I have come prepared, folks. Ta-da! We have camping cutlery. So we can actually eat it without going in with our hands. What a bonus. Right, I'm gonna get this opened up and we'll take a closer look. Right then, folks, opened it all up here. Why don't you come and take a little look at what we've got? So here we have the fish. Battered fish. I mean, not the biggest piece of fish in the world and probably not the best looking piece of fish in the world. But what do we expect for £2? We have a jumbo sausage, just a regular chip shop jumbo sausage, 70p. What a bargain that is. The fish cake's not up to much, is it? I mean, that looks like one of those ones you get from Iceland, 10 for £1 or whatever, but only 40p. And then we've got these chips here. Now, these aren't hand-cut chips, I guess. These are out of a bag of some kind or another. But, you know, they're not the worst in the world, are they? And to go with that, we have the curry sauce here. So, this by itself, fish and chips, sausage, fish cake and curry sauce, less than a £5, £4.80 for all of that. Can you imagine? That is ludicrous, isn't it? Right, let's give it a try. Let's start with a chip. Now, they haven't put any salt and vinegar on them. They kind of remind me a little bit of Wetherspoon's chips, that sort of thing. They're frozen ones. You know, they're not the crispiest in the world, but they're okay. They're not the fluffiest in the world, but they're okay. And for £1, I don't think that's bad. Let's move on to this fish. Now, shall we break this open and have a little look inside? I mean, let's be fair. There's not an awful lot of fish in there, is there, by the looks of it? I think this whole side here, if I crack that open, might just be batter. Oh no, there is fish in there, look. Okay, so maybe I was being a bit unfair on it there. Again, it doesn't look like the best fish in the world. I went to Anstruther recently. That was good. I went to Murgatroyd's a while back. Even better. I don't think this is going to compare with that. I mean, it's a bit greasy, but again, for £2, I think it's all right. The fish inside, presumably just a frozen piece of fish, but it's, you know, nice white fish. I'm going to guess it's something like pollock or whatever. The batter's a little flabby inside, but again, for £2, are you going to complain that much? Move on to some of these other items. The fish cake. Now, this obviously is just out of a freezer bag again, and it's a pretty cheap and cheerful one. Inside you can see you've got the mashed potato with the minced fish in there as well, a little bit of parsley in there, covered in golden breadcrumbs, and then just fried. It's okay though, the flavour's pretty good. Nice and crispy on the outside there with those breadcrumbs. The mash in the middle has got a nice consistency. Fairly mild fishy flavour. Bit of parsley in the background. For a regular fish shop fish cake, you know, not a homemade one, that's all right. You'd normally expect to pay, maybe for one a bit bigger, a couple of quid for one of them. 40p. 40p. It's just ludicrous. I mean, if you're feeding a family or feeding your kids, that sort of thing, it's brilliant. Fish and chips is no longer the inexpensive Friday night treat it once was. Unless you come here. Now, then it's inexpensive. We go with a curry sauce. Have a little look at the consistency of this and the colour. Doesn't look bad, does it? Here we go. Pretty fruity, quite spicy. That is really good. It has got a really nice kind of background heat. It is more of a Chinese curry, as you might expect from a place that's doing Chinese food and English food. But you know what? If that was served to me in a regular chippy and cost me double, even triple what I've paid for this, I wouldn't be moaning about it. That is really good. In fact, dip the fish cake in there and then we'll try the sausage, and that'll wrap up the fish and chips bit. Then we're going to see what they're like at making Chinese too. It just works, it's good. Right, jumbo sausage. Only a plain one. It was a bit strange in there. Jumbo sausages were all plain, smaller sausages all battered. Do you know how much a small sausage is in there? A battered single sausage? 40p again. What can you buy to eat for 40p these days? Jumbo sausage, again, bog standard chip shop catering sausage. Tastes the same as every other jumbo sausage out there from a chippy. That this one's about 30% of the price of the others. Certainly down south anyway, I know you can get them cheaper up north. A piece of fish in most chip shops around my way costs more than this whole thing. Right, you'll have noticed the fish and chips and sausage and fish cake and curry sauce has magically disappeared from here. It's moved about 3 feet to my right, where a small person is sat eating it currently. She's happy enough. Right, camping cutlery comes into play now. Chicken chow mein, come and have a look at this. Now, how much do you pay for a chicken chow mein in your local Chinese? I think round my way, it's something about £6-7, there or thereabouts. £3.90. And it's packed. It's absolutely jam-packed, this carton. And it's not like there's no chicken in there either. There's plenty of pieces of it. You haven't even got to dig very far to find it. So that's good. Let's give that a try first. Oh, little bags flying away. Don't worry, it's not that windy. Even a man of my age will be able to keep up with it in a minute if I have to chase it. So the chicken's fine. Again, just kind of shredded chicken. Nothing special. Nothing terrible. The noodles with the bean sprouts and the soy sauce and everything else on there. That's fine. The bean sprouts still got a nice bit of crunch to them. The noodles are nicely cooked. The sauce doesn't have the most intense flavour ever. But it's fine. You know, have I had better chow meins in my life? Yeah. I mean, again, look at this piece of chicken here. This is a piece of chicken in a chow mein that's cost less than £4. And it's tasty enough. Like I say, I mean, Chinese can be a bit hit and miss, can't they, on your high street back home or in your little estate where you live or whatever. And, you know, is this the best Chinese I've had from anywhere? No. Is it the worst Chinese I've ever had? Not by a long way. In fact, if I think about it, the worst Chinese I've ever had was probably in a shopping centre in Slovakia, I think it was, in a town called Trenčín. When I was driving off on a business trip and had to stop somewhere to get lunch. Supermarket forecourt food in Slovakia wasn't the best, let me tell you. This is perfectly acceptable. Okay, I'm going to let Mrs. Greeno have a go on this. Come back in a minute and we'll talk about it afterwards. Right, just before we get to the summing up, I just want to come back to this fish and the batter and whatever. I mean, as you can see here, we got through it and there's really not much fish in there. The batter itself is a little bit mushy on the inside. It's not the best. It's not the best, but then for £2, can you grumble too much? I'm just making you aware. You know, this isn't going to be something that you compare with your top drawer chippies, you know. But let's sum it up. Elsewhere in the park, maybe. Give it a score. I'll let you know what I think about it. Right then, folks, finished up. What do I think of that? Well, in terms of the price, you can't knock it, can you? You go to your local chippy, you're ordering fish, chips, curry sauce, a sausage, and a fish cake. I mean, a lot of places around near me, you're lucky to come out of that with change out of £20. That was less than a £5 here. The chow mein. Again, chicken chow mein, where I get my Chinese from, is probably around £7 generally. This is about half that, £3.80, £3.90 I think it was. I mean, you can't knock the price. But is it a bit of an element of you get what you pay for? Yeah, to an extent it is. The fish turned out to not be great. You know, yeah, fine. Fish and chips, £3. Are you maybe better getting one fish and chips and sharing it between two from a decent chippy? Perhaps. Perhaps you are, you know. Let's say that batter on there, I don't know, after 3 or 4 bites of it, it started to feel very oily, kind of started to feel a bit nauseous from it. So, yeah, I can't recommend the fish particularly. The chips, yeah, they're okay, you know. Kind of what you'd expect to get from a Wetherspoons or a Harvester or somewhere like that, you know. And for £1 a portion, fine. Curry sauce was actually really good, and that was only 70p. The little fish cake, pretty tasty, 40p. And the jumbo sausage, 70p. Same jumbo sausage you're getting in your local chippy for 2-3 times that price. So, there's good things there. The fish wasn't one of them though. The chow mein, again, not the best I've ever had. I've had worse probably. Mrs. Greeno, you're tipping water all down yourself. She's holding the camera in one hand and a bottle of water in the other and just tipped it upside down for some reason. And was so busy concentrating on what she's doing here, didn't even notice. That's it. Mind on the job, dear. Very good. Yeah, so back to the chow mein anyway, before that distraction. It was okay, you know, the quality of the chicken wasn't the best, but there was plenty of it. Noodles cooked well, bean sprouts fresh. Sauce could have done with a bit more oomph to it, but, you know, for less than £4, yeah, not bad, not bad. So I've got to come up with a score. I mean, I know it is well, cheap as chips is the phrase, isn't it? And it's cheaper than chips, probably. But I can't give it a high score because even for that price, I think certain areas the quality is not quite there. So I'm going to give it, I think, maybe a 3.5, I think. 3.5 out of 5 for the fact that they're serving their community with cheap price product. Stay away from the fish. The whole range of Chinese options on the menu, which I'm sure are probably half decent. Get yourself jumbo sausage, chips and curry sauce for less than £2.50 and you're all right. You're all right. Do that. Yeah, 3.5 out of 5. Does it get Greeno's green light? It can't be a green light, but it's not a red light, you know, like I say. There's certain things there which are perfectly fine and really, really cheap. Others just, you're getting what you pay for. Right then, folks, if you've enjoyed this video looking at possibly Britain's cheapest chippy, like I say, I know there was one in Grimsby that does fish and chips for about the same price. Maybe it's better, I don't know. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget, click a thumbs up on there for me, it does help the channel. If you're new around here and you've enjoyed this video, there's a whole fish and chips playlist you can look through for better fish and chips than this, and loads of other videos in the vault. Take a look around, see what you like. If you do like a few, click the subscribe button, ding your bell for notifications. You guys all know the drill, don't you? Right, where to now then, folks? I don't know, it's a beautiful evening. Maybe I'll go for a stroll, eh? I'll see you next time.